Mikey spotted the blue 1250 address sign as they approached the destination on Google Maps and pulled the cube van off Plains Road and into the gravel driveway. The forested property was bordered by a chain link fence, but the driveway had no gate. "Hold up, I'm going to take a piss," Ben said as they rolled slowly along the driveway and he began to pull the door latch. "Get the fuck back in," Mikey said. "Not here." Ben sighed. "We sure this is the right place? Seems different than the other spots," Terry said, looking around as the forest passed by the windows of the van. "It's the address Mr. P gave. This is it," Mikey responded. "This don't look right," Terry said. "Anyone's allowed to buy from us, Terry," Mikey responded. As they arrived at the end of the driveway, they could see a barn and a one-story white house. As they came to a stop, a grungy, leather-jacketed, suspicious-looking man stepped out of the house, his hands in his jacket pockets. As the man walked slowly into the driveway, he waved them towards the barn, looking to be concealing an object in his left pocket. "Is he hiding a gun? Let's get out of here. Turn around and gun it," Ben said. "Gun it? This isn't a fucking movie," Mikey responded. "It's fine." They all stared at the leather-jacketed man as Mikey rolled the van slowly towards the barn. "We're not going into that barn. No way in hell," Terry said. Mikey rolled the van to a stop. The man lit a cigarette and walked up to the passenger side window. Mikey rolled down the window. "Did you piss on my property?" the man asked, in an Eastern European accent. The three in the van all looked at each other, shaking their heads. "No, sir," Terry said, anxiously. The man nodded his head, taking a drag on his cigarette. Is this 1250 Plains Road?" Mikey asked, talking across Terry and Ben, who sat frozen, staring forward, trying to look calm. "Yeah, pull it into the barn there, and we'll get you unloaded," the man said. Mikey pulled the van into the barn, and the three stepped out cautiously. Their footsteps echoed in the large space. Dusty rafters hung above them, and an assortment of goods lay around, tarped over. Mikey went to the back of the van to open the double doors. Terry and Ben followed as the man stood observing them from a distance. "You have a washroom?" Ben asked. "No," the man said, shortly. Terry looked at Ben annoyingly. Ben mouthed, "What?" As Mikey swung open the rear doors of the van, it was revealed that the van lay empty. The delivery was not there. He looked confused at Terry and Ben. "Where the fuck is the delivery?" he asked them. Terry and Ben looked at each other dumbfounded. "I don't know. We loaded it up last night," Terry said. Mikey hung his head and sighed, not looking forward to addressing the intimidating man. The man walked to the rear of the van to inspect the situation, taking a drag on his cigarette as he looked into the van contemplatively. "Where is it?" the man asked. "We don't know," Mikey said. "We loaded up the van last night. It was all here. Really sorry about that. We'll head back and get this sorted out for tomorrow." The three gave meek smiles and started to get into the van. "No, have a seat. Wait," the man said, pulling a gun from his left pocket and waving the gun hand over at a set of stacked, molded white chairs. The three moved rigidly towards the chairs. Mikey and Terry dislodged 3 white molded chairs from the stack as Ben stared eye to eye with the man, now discontent with the situation. They sat. "Do you want us to make a call to someone?" Terry asked. "No phones," the man said, gesturing his hand here to give him their phones. "Give me your phones." They looked at each other and pulled their phones deflatingly from their pockets. "Is this how you normally conduct business?" Ben asked. Mikey and Terry looked at Ben. Ben looked back at them. "You think I give a fuck? Fuck this shit. Fuck this guy. He doesn't even have any henchmen. No henchmen having ass," Ben said, slouching back and folding his arms disapprovingly. Terry looked at him, wanting to support his coworker and friend. "He's right. He doesn't seem like the intended recipient of the delivery." The man pointed his pistol at the ceiling of the barn and let off a round. Dust and wood chips came raining down. "Jesus Christ!" Ben yelled. "Be quiet," the man said. The man then left, while keeping an eye on them, and returned with a larger gun, a shotgun, the pistol now in his left pocket. "Oh, we're in a movie now," Ben said. "Look at us. Take 2, ready, action!" Ben was now clearly irate. The man took one of the white molded chairs and sat across from them. They sat for what seemed like an hour, silently, awkwardly. Mikey's face was flush red, almost sweating, as he sat frozen. Terry, only slightly less nervous looking. Mikey took a deep breath to gather himself and addressed the man. "What are we waiting for, exactly?" he asked. "Do you have someone coming to sort this out?" "We wait," the man said. They waited. The sun was now setting. The man had moved little over the time, only in the effort to continually have a lit cigarette in his mouth. Terry coughed, waking Ben, who had half dozed off. "I could use a drink," Terry said. "Hey," Ben said, grabbing the man's attention. "Can we at least get a drink, if we're going to be here all night?" The man nodded to the wall behind them. "Help yourself." The three turned around. A rubber hose was coiled on the wall. Ben sighed, disgruntled. The three went over to the hose, watching the man cautiously as he watched them. They took turns sadly hydrating themselves from the rubber hose and returned to their chairs. More time passed as they sat. "So, theoretically, sir, in all due respect," Mikey said, "if we were to just get up and leave, would you shoot us?" The man paused while he studied Mikey. "Possibly," he responded. "Possibly, but would it really be worth it, for this situation?" "Why did you come here with an empty van?" the man asked. "We told you," Ben said. "Someone jacked the delivery from us. Just let us go and we'll sort it out." The man grabbed his revolver and released another round into the ceiling of the barn. Ben threw his arms up in despair. "Could we please at least have some food then, respectfully?" Mikey said. "I can't let you leave my sight," the man said. "We'll come with you then, to your house," Ben said. "You're not coming to my house," the man said. "Well, we need to eat," Ben said, stubbornly. "How long can we go without food?" Terry asked the others. "I think a week, right?" Mikey said. "A week? Isn't it 48 hours? Ben said. "What the fuck is even going on here?" "I don't think I can go the night without food," Terry said. "I've never been this hungry before." The man stood from his chair. "I order you pizza," the man said, and then pulled his phone from his non-gun-wielding hand, readying to dial. "No mushrooms, and get us a Hawaiian," Ben said. Mikey's head fell into his lap in disbelief at Ben. He was going to get them killed. "It's the least he can do," Ben said to Mikey. The man kept a suspicious eye on them as he made the call and ordered the pizzas. "Yes, 1250 Plains Road, Graysfield," the man said. "Leave the pizzas in the driveway, please." A contemplative look came to Mikey's face. "Graysfield?" he whispered. "Weren't we supposed to go to Palmdale?" The other two shrugged their shoulders. What seemed like another hour later, a white Subaru sedan pulled into the clearing of the woods. The driver stepped out, scanning the area, holding the pizzas. The driver spotted the suspicious man at the opening of the barn doors and walked over. The suspicious man was holding the shotgun concealed behind the door. The driver could see the three sitting awkwardly in the background, side by side in an unnatural configuration, staring at the wall of the barn. They tried to act natural. "Sorry about the delay there, guys. Went all the way to Palmdale, not Graysfield," the driver said. The three had clearly heard what the driver had said. "You can leave the pizzas there, thank you," the man said, nodding to the ground. "Same address 1 city over, 1250 Plains Roads. Whose idea was that?" the peppy and naive driver said, chuckling awkwardly. "You can go now," the man said. Ben sat up in his chair and put his head in his hands. "Fuck, I just clicked the first address that came up. My bad." "All good, bro," Terry said, patting him on the back. "Let's have some pizza."